to Season 2, Episode 13 and a half of a sports podcast. I am Ricky. With me, as always... Hold on a second.
You're not Ricky. Jeez.
I am Ian.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah, I did. I am Ian. With me today, as always, Ricky Goople. And Ricky, who do we have with us today?
We got legendary Caribou coach Jonah Hudson with us today, and should be an absolute honor. It's long overdue. This makes our 7th guest this season.
It's pretty
Jonah
good.
does.
That's it's approximately one more than 6.
Jeez.
Just to introduce myself, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. I'm excited to be on. Like Ricky said, this is long overdue. You know, I had to work at my resume in order to be put on I was on a waiting list for a long time, so yeah.
You guys would be surprised at how many people we have on our waiting list chomping at the bit to get on this show.
Do we have many more, Ricky?
No, we don't. But Jonah's own father even asked to get on the show. Isn't that right, Jonah?
He's interested,
Really?
for sure.
Maybe after he retires, when he can actually say stuff. But
I think that would be a great episode. I think that needs to happen someday.
Probably not on season 2. We've been working on season 2 since July.
Really?
So,
wow. Missed a few weeks along the way. A few technical difficulties and
yep. Recorded arguably one of the best episodes ever that wasn't actually recorded. So
right. But
too bad.
But if we think about that episode right there, Ricky, the
Yeah.
Braves won the World Series.
What does that have to do with that episode?
Nothing. Other than it was during the All-Star game, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't remember. So, yes, the Braves won the World Series. Sorry.
and I was wrong.
You were wrong?
I'll be the
Did you
first
predict?
to say I was wrong.
What did you predict? Why were you wrong?
I just didn't think they were going to win.
Oh,
I thought they were
Well,
going to
they
miss
proved
the
everybody wrong.
playoffs when the Acuna went down. They barely squeaked in though, and then they ended up
this
winning it all.
just proves regular season record doesn't matter. If you win your trash division, then you get home field advantage over the 106-win Dodgers. You can go places. Jorge Soler with a bomb in Game 6. Charlie Morton breaking his leg in Game 1, pitching through it.
That was a beautiful
Which
moment.
sports medicine's actually kind of ruining sports, in my opinion, because he should have gone longer. He could have. They just didn't let him. So that's too bad. But great performance by the Braves. The result we all wanted. So
Yeah, the Astros losing.
I mean, besides the Red Sox winning, which was the result we all wanted.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's true.
That is very
And
true.
yeah.
we did want it pretty bad, Jonah, didn't we?
Well, I mean, when I got the World Series tickets, I was pretty much, when they were up 2-1 against the Stros, I was
Yep.
probably overconfident, but
It
is what it is.
You got World Series tickets?
That happened.
Yes.
What
That
game were
happened
you going to go
this-
to?
Whatever the second game in Boston was, so whether it was Game 4 or Game 2, it depended on if the Braves or Dodgers won, but fully refundable tickets, so that's good.
That is
That's-
good.
Yeah.
That's very good.
That happened the same day that I got my tickets, right, Jonah? I think. Because I
You went-
got tickets for Game 5. So,
We bought the tickets the night of Game 4.
so you bought them. Yeah, okay, that's the same night then.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, when they lost at the very end. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was all kind of impulsive. It all happened so fast. I got to go to my game. To my dismay, I got to go to my game, but you got all your money back, which was quite a chunk to your bank account, I'm sure.
Yeah. What a whirlwind, though, those 3 days were.
I can't imagine.
For the Red Sox, they were dominating grand slams, and then bats went cold, and that's how quickly it goes.
Ice cold. Man, Fenway was just deflated in Game 5. Let me tell you, it was just there's a lot of beer going down people's esophaguses, and not a lot to cheer about. So,
Even
yeah,
with the beer,
even with the beer. Well,
nothing
when,
to.
when there's less and less to cheer about, that means more and more beer. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, enough about the Red Sox losing.
Do you guys have like just a favorite moment from the 2021 MLB season? Doesn't have to be Red Sox. Just now that it's over, now that it's a wrap, just any moment at all that comes to mind.
Wow, that's a tough one.
I can start.
Yeah, you go ahead first.
I got probably the first thing that comes to mind is Trey Mancini's comeback.
Oh, that's
After
feel good. Yeah.
Having cancer, being out for a season, comes back, plays well for a bad team. Unfortunately, he's on a bad team. They started the season out great though.
3 wins. They swept the Red Sox, and then Ian released one of the worst tweets of all time.
That was a joke, though, Ricky.
Saying what?
Saying, are the 2021 Baltimore Orioles, the greatest team of all time?
Yeah.
Hopefully sarcastic tweet.
Yeah, it was very sarcastic.
Well,
you couldn't really pick that up though because it was a tweet. So.
I mean, yeah, you can't pick up sarcasm in a sentence, and it turned out to not be the case, as they won only 47 more games from that point. So
they peaked.
That tweet didn't age well, but they peaked in March.
Week. Yeah. First 3 games. You have one, Ricky? Do you have a moment?
Favorite moment? I guess it has to be Red Sox related. It's gonna have to be It's gonna have to be Vasquez's walk-off home run in the ALDS in Game 3. That would have to be my favorite moment. Segued with in complement with the ground rule double that happened before to Kevin Kiermaier. That was big.
Kevin Kiermaier's ground.
Those are my those are my 2 favorite moments of the season. They can be combined into one moment. So
that was fun.
I'll go with a non-Red Sox related moment, and I think it was the Pirates, or you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, that pulled off the worst defensive play in the history of baseball, where there was the rundown between home plate and first base.
Yeah, that's a good one, Jonah.
That was really clearly the worst situational baseball the major leagues have ever seen.
Maybe anyone above Little League has ever seen.
That's something. That's something we could see in Junior League, Jonah. Like I mean,
I really think that we teach base running good enough where that wouldn't happen, and fielding better where that wouldn't happen.
It's all on the Pirates too, because all they had to do, ignore the runner on third base, throw the ball to first base, step on the base, and that's it. The run does not count. It's a forced out.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
And I know that analytics is big in baseball now, but I don't know one where you want to get in a rundown between home plate and first base, and where the defensive team wants that to happen. But maybe,
They must have been trying to lose that game.
Especially with 2 outs.
They must have been trying to lose that game.
That's when they started getting accused of tanking, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's no other explanation.
We could also go with another embarrassing moment. This one for the Diamondbacks, when whoever it was I don't even remember what team it was. The Brewers, I think, runner rounding third, like literally tore his hamstring, I think, rounding third, and hobbled home, and the Diamondbacks did not see it. And he hobbled home, and the run scored when they could have thrown it there, and no one was paying attention. So that was also an embarrassing moment to the season, but not to the degree of that Cubs Pirates play.
Mm. That one's just hard to live down.
Yeah, that's a great moment, Jonah. That's a beautiful moment that you pulled out there. And I gotta say,
I appreciate that.
Was there a new record set for no hitters this season, or was it?
I think close? So.
There's a lot.
It was like all bing bang boom, all of the no hitters in a row.
Yeah.
And combined no hitters, which is the stupidest thing ever, but it is what it is.
Ricky's a big pitch count guy. Likes to keep them low.
I'm telling you, the worst invention in the history of baseball was the clicker that counts as pitches. The worst invention ever. Because it completely changed the game. And we're in October in the World Series where you're hoping to get 4 innings out of your starter. That's pretty sad.
Yeah,
But don't get me going. As I've gotten going on this show before, so
it's definitely changing. It's definitely changing.
It is.
Pitching.
Yep.
Well, I'll ask a question about those no-hitters. Did those all happen before the rule change of where the pitchers got checked between innings?
Probably more than half
They
of them,
did.
I would say.
Didn't a
There
whole
was-
bunch happen in April?
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
probably 4 in April
Yeah.
or 3 or something.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, and
Intriguing.
then things happened. Pitching wasn't as dominant.
Sticky stuff. Gotta love sticky stuff in
Jonah,
baseball.
I need your opinion on this podcast because I remember one time, can't remember what year it was, back in high school, we had to study all together, and I remember you were talking about this guy, and now he's an MVP finalist before he got to the MLB, and it's Shohei Ohtani. You a fan?
I am a fan, Ian, and I'd like to say that I see a lot of his games. I do not, but I do check his box score and I check his at bats and pitching stats, and what he does for the game of baseball is pretty special. I heard he was getting away from pitching and hitting, or is that true, or is that just
I'm not sure.
me? I don't know,
I
but
haven't
I
seen
hope
anything.
I hope he continues to, because it's awesome, and I hope it leads to more people thinking they can do the same thing.
Mhm.
Alex Verdugo being one of them.
Yeah,
I don't know
lefty
that's really
reliever.
realistic, but
I
no,
mean,
he has.
He
He's
threw 99
it's
in
a
high
modern.
school.
That's true, but I mean, to do it in the major leagues is one thing. But he's a modern day Babe Ruth, they say. So pretty crazy to see what he does. And he's fat. He's just a 5-tool, 6-tool player. If you
Yeah.
throw in pitching,
Oh yeah,
he's
6.
fast. He's got power. I mean, he led the league in home runs for a long time. Lost that at the end, but yeah, just a great electric player. He's got to win the MVP in my opinion.
Yeah, I think he
Has
takes
to.
it home probably. Vlad Jr.'s close, but
Well, if you think the term most valuable player, I mean,
yeah,
it all faces the game. You can't not give it to
he
him.
was. Yeah, he was definitely the most valuable. So there's a kind of funny. The 3 finalists were not playoff teams for the AL at least. 2 Blue Jays and the Angels.
Who are the 3 finalists?
Vlad Jr., Simeon, and Ohtani. So looks like not much of they're a playoff team or something's going to come into the conversation there, because people bring that up sometimes.
Well, the Blue Jays were a borderline playoff team. They
They
would have
could have
been in the NL.
Yeah.
But 91 wins.
And that's something that you wouldn't see in other sports, really, where there'd be MVP finalists that weren't.
That's true.
I wouldn't think, especially in basketball, they wouldn't have that.
Maybe football, you get like a running back that goes
Yeah.
off or something. But yeah, that is true. Baseball's a long season, so that's why.
Yeah, longest season of any sport, unless there's some random sport out there that goes longer than 162, which I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Water polo in Russia, I think.
In Russia, they play in frozen ponds.
They
Outdoor.
play 175 matches.
Can you imagine?
Water polo. I would not play that.
What a sport.
Yeah.
Isn't Will a big advocate for wanting to play water polo?
Will?
I think so.
I'm
Thought
not
he
sure.
was. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe we'll have to ask him when he comes back on for the trivia segment. We'll figure that out. So, should we talk about some NFL football?
Yes, we should.
Do you guys like
We have
talking
to.
about that?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Injuries? Since we've been on? Derrick Henry's gone down?
Yep. I tried to trade him away to Grant, Will, and Jason. They all said no, obviously, because they knew. I ended up trading him to Gabe for somebody else. But Derrick Henry going down, that's devastating for fantasy owners. It really is. It's like Christian McCaffrey going down, too.
Yeah.
But that's a big injury. Who else do we have that went down?
feel like there's more, but I can't think of it
in
right
the
now.
last 2 weeks.
Well, Rogers had his little situation.
His little situation.
Yeah. I don't know if we're
Anyway.
I don't know if we're legally allowed to get into that right now, but
No, we're
The
not
guy-
legally.
The guy that sacked Mac Jones,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
injured.
Jeez.
His
What?
ankle.
Was
That's
that-
soft.
Mac Jones grabbed
That's
his
soft.
ankle or something.
Yeah.
Everyone's writing Mac Jones up to be a dirty player now.
Well,
Like,
he's a Patriot, so there's got to be something going on with him, you know.
yeah, that's true. They got to come up with something. But I never played football, obviously, for obvious reasons. I never played football. But like, someone going for a ball, are you just gonna, just lay there and let them get it? Like, I see quarterbacks all the time try to trip people up on their way to a fumble or something like that. I don't see it as that dirty, but I don't know the game as well as others. But like, kind of soft.
I think Cam Newton would answer that question you just asked differently than some others, Ricky.
Why is that? Oh, because he didn't dive on the ball in Super Bowl 50?
Yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Jonah said something interesting earlier today about this situation.
What was
What
about
they do? Yeah,
well, like about what pass rushers do?
yeah, about what linebackers do to quarterbacks.
Well, yeah, like their whole job is to absolutely rock the quarterback whenever they get a chance.
Exactly.
So it's like it's a little, I don't know, it's a little like contradicting what you believe in if you're then getting mad about somebody yanking at your ankle or yanking at your leg. Because I'm
Exactly.
sure between the play they're talking about, or before a game they're talking about wanting to hit the quarterback as hard as possible. So
Yeah.
that's just me.
Yeah.
That's true. That's very true. Stephon Gilmore with an interception against his old team.
Stephon Gilmore with an interception. He's got a really weird number too. Kind of freaked me out
9?
seeing that. Yeah, it's like that's not Gilmore. He's 24. But I guess poetic whatever to come back his first game back against the Patriots, but we had the last laugh.
Yeah.
So
And J.C. Jackson won up them.
J.C. Jackson, yep, pick 6. I mean, courtesy of Sam Darnold, I would say on both of those. But
You talked about Patriot conspiracy. I think Sam Darnold might be getting paid under the table by the New England Patriots.
he must be.
he and Zach Wilson,
Uh,
which they're basically the same player, but
basically.
yes,
Yeah, they made-
Patriots have made Sam Darnold look terrible in the past.
I mean, he was seeing ghosts.
Yeah,
Was
his
that on
words.
Sunday night or Monday night? Sunday maybe?
Like-
Sunday night football? Seeing ghosts, and then 2 interceptions here yesterday. Was it 3 actually?
The Jets don't play in prime time.
The Jets.
What are you talking about?
Jets Patriots?
They played Monday night last year, but it was Joe Flacco who was the quarterback then.
Pretty sure it was that night.
Well, maybe it was a couple years ago. I
Might
can't
have been.
remember.
Might have been. But yeah, Jamie Collins with an interception. He can only perform on the Patriots.
Good to have him back for his 3rd stint with the team.
Yeah. You think other teams will just give up on him now if he goes to free agency again?
Probably.
I mean, just keep him,
Whatever.
keep him on the Patriots. That's the only way he can play.
Players are expendable with the Patriots. We know that.
Yeah, they are.
And Jonah had some news for us concerning the Patriots roster.
Ross,
And let them
Yeah.
breaking news?
go ahead. Yes.
Well, it was an hour ago because I often just look up Patriots on Google, and they said that they cut somebody, so they have an opening in their roster.
Oh,
So Ian,
and
what do you think that means?
Odell Beckham Jr. is
Yes.
free agent tomorrow. Or he's on the waivers now. He'll be a free agent tomorrow if he clears.
Yep.
And the Patriots always need help at wide receiver.
Always. Since 2017, after that year,
And
they've always needed help.
And it seems like Odell Beckham Jr. is always in the conversation, but nothing ever happens.
Seriously, consider.
Yeah.
Yeah. He fits in my mind. He's just like, to the Patriots, he's just like a Randy Moss or an Antonio Brown that one week we had him. Just
That one.
just like he's just like that. Like he's a a flashy receiver known to have a little bit of an attitude. Not the most popular guy. Well, he has a lot of haters, I'll say. He's got a really. Never mind. I'm not going to say that next sentence. But he say it off the air. But he, I don't know. I just feel like taking him to the Patriots would take that all away, and he would just be a valuable asset to have.
Yeah, it definitely would. It's another guy you have to worry about, so that can. I mean, you're not really worried about the Patriots wide receivers too much, honestly.
Well, like, I think that, like Ricky said, or I don't know, they've brought in other guys that are characters in the past, but I think honestly, like, I think they're open to signing him. I think it's if he wants to go there and if he thinks Mac Jones can get him the football like he wants.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. He said he wanted to go to a playoff contender, which is like an obvious statement, but I mean,
Patriots are just
the
that.
Patriots are one, so
Especially with the Bills losing to Jacksonville. What was that? No touchdowns scored. Right, 9-6.
not at all. And Josh Allen sacking, intercepting, and recovering a fumble from Josh Allen.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What are the chances of that happening? Of something like that?
Yeah, seriously. That was probably the only storyline on the Jags Bills going in, and it lived up to the hype.
Well,
Yeah.
And you know why they lost?
The Manning curse.
Yeah.
On Monday Night Football.
I checked ESPN too. I don't see them.
They have a few weeks off, I think.
Oh,
but they'll be back.
I was gonna say
they'll be back. So whoever the pattern is, whoever guest they have on, they lose the very next week. Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski have been a couple, and they lose the very next week after going on Manning. And they had Josh Allen on last week, and it was like, okay, this is when the curse ends because he has the Jags. Nope, he lost. So it's kind of weird. I mean, it happens 8 times in a row, you know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I believe in stuff like that.
I mean, I don't really either, but it makes you wonder.
I think it's time to address the Patriots actually do have a chance to win their division now with that loss by the Bills.
Yeah. I mean, the Bills are still a good team. They're going to bounce back.
They are, but
that's just
the Patriots
an exception.
Are only like 1 game back now.
But they're half a game. Yeah, we're half a game back because they had the bye already. Yeah. We just got to win the game. We just got to win the games we're supposed to win.
Got to beat the Bills.
And that too.
Yeah.
Jonah, you were crunching the numbers yesterday.
Well, yes. Well, what were you gonna say?
Speak a little to that.
Yeah. So I think it's New York Times. You can go and pick any team and look at their playoff chances at like the given moment, and then you can pick the games for the rest of the season. And I came to the conclusion that if the Patriots go 5-3 these next 8 games, they've got over 96. Like it's like a simulation thing, but they've got over 96% chance to make the playoffs. So they got to go 5-3 these next 8 games.
And if they win next game, like next week, right? Their chances go up to like 70 something.
Yeah.
Right now it's like 54. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Who do they play next week? Do we know?
Browns.
Oh.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Odell's revenge game.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. If he's eligible.
Right. He might not even play the first week anyway, just because, you know, a lot of stuff to go through.
So we release these episodes on Tuesday morning. By the time people listen to this, Odell might already be a Patriot. Think about that.
It could be true. That could be true.
Think about that.
But
be awesome.
But they would have to jump through a lot of hoops to get him on the waiver wire or whatever. Is that what you're saying? Tuesday morning?
Yeah.
Next Tuesday.
No, this Tuesday.
Well, he's a free agent at 4 o'clock tomorrow.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. The episode it's at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah.
Yes.
We release the episode in the morning, so.
You know, I could just let that slide, but I couldn't.
Yeah, you could.
I had to say that.
You're right, I guess. So he won't be a Patriot by the time you guys listen to this. Sorry.
Unless you're listening to it Wednesday.
Yes, that's true. It'll still be up to speculation if you're listening to it as it is released.
Yeah.
But
for some reason, I just can't think of anything that's going on in the NFL right now. I don't know if I'm missing something or what.
Me neither. It was a weird week. A lot
Yeah.
of good teams lost, but
Chiefs would have lost
not
if
really
Rodgers was
anything
playing.
right. Did you see that the Chiefs gave Jordan Love's mother and girlfriend probably the worst seats
Yeah.
ever at Arrowhead
Yeah,
Stadium?
that's horrible. you let Jackson Mahomes get on the field, but you're gonna stick the other team's mom as far back as you can. Come on.
Yep, that's the Chiefs for you. That's the Chiefs right there. They won the game. Very ugly game, 13-7.
Mm-hmm. And if Mason Crosby was somewhat decent, they probably would have lost as well.
That's true. That's true. Did you see in the Jags game that kicker? I don't even know who it is. Who the kicker is? Is it still Josh Lambo? I don't know if it is, but he missed a field goal. Then there was a false start on his own team. But he kicked it anyway. False start. He has another chance. He missed it again. Offsides. So he has another chance. He missed it a third time. He missed it three times. 3 times in a row.
Wow. That's bad.
That's the only thing I can compare that to is when you're playing golf and you're trying to hit a shot and you chunk it. You're like, all right, I'm gonna drop another ball. You chunk it again. All right, I'm gonna try it one more time, and you chunk it again. That's the only thing I compare that to. Is just you're just in a mental cloud, and there's no escape to it.
Yeah.
So my heart goes out to kickers. I love kickers.
That kicker might need to be cut.
But he was the only guy who scored points for the Jaguars.
That is true. He's the only. There's kickers
without
without
him.
People who scored points that game, Ricky. That was a kicker's game
right.
for you.
If you like kickers like me, that was the game to watch.
I know we wrapped up talking about the MLB already, but there was something I forgot. So if you guys don't mind, I might have to hop back in there.
Yeah, go ahead. Backtrack.
So we all know who PETA is, the animal right people or whatever it is.
Oh, right. I know where this is going, obviously.
And they want to change the name. They want the MLB to change the name of the bullpen to the arm pen or something like that because it's like
arm barn.
Well, I think they said
barn.
arm pen, but then someone else came up and was like arm barn.
Oh, okay.
So, because it's offensive to bulls or something, I don't know.
Right.
You know, it's like any bull who's watching the game is going to care about what it's called. And I also think if PET is all for like making sure animals are good and stuff, they've got bigger fish to fry. I should probably not say that. Actually, they got.
Was that intentional?
They have
Was that intentional?
more important things to take care of than a name of a place that guys sit for 9 innings.
That's true. I think in the future, arm barn is going to become a meme, and every time we talk about a team's bullpen, we'll never be able to think of them the same way.
Yeah.
So that's what that did. Didn't accomplish it. It did that. Yeah. Pretty funny. I got a good laugh from it.
Yeah, I thought. At first, I honestly thought it was a joke. I thought someone was just like messing around and trying to get people to like fall for a fake thing. You know how they do sometimes, and then it turned out to be real. So good for PETA.
They have bigger fish to fry.
Good for PETA.
That's the first I'm hearing about. I didn't know they were trying to change it.
You didn't know? Really? You didn't hear that? Holy.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
So
well, it's pretty funny.
How do you feel about that?
That's just not very smart. I'll put it that way. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Doesn't make a whole lot of fiscal sense for them as a brand.
Nope. I mean, a lot of things don't make sense, but that's up there. That's pretty high up there.
Certainly one of them.
Yeah. Add it to the list.
Okay, Ricky.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Do you know what yesterday was?
The 7th of November, I don't know.
It was the NASCAR Cup Series Championship.
Oh, yeah, okay. Who won?
Who won?
Brad Keselowski, Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch. Those are the 5 I could name.
You were close. It was Kyle Larson.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Ian.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that NASCAR segment.
And, well, Johnny, you like watching NBA?
Yes. I mean, I'm not really into it right now because I'm more into football. But yeah, as the season gets on, I get more into it for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Do you how do you feel about Ben Simmons?
He and Aaron Rodgers could make friends.
Yeah.
I think if you put Ben Simmons, Kyrie Irving, and Aaron Rodgers in a room, then you could solve all the world's problems. I think that was a line somebody said, but they didn't include Ben
Oh,
Simmons
really?
in that.
Oh,
Uh,
jeez.
but
Um,
I mean,
it's
if he doesn't want to play, he doesn't want to play. But he's gonna get fined, and I mean, if I were his teammates, I'd be pretty ticked off at him.
yeah, just causing a distraction for the team.
Plus,
Yeah.
he can't shoot, so that doesn't help his matters.
Bricks.
I did see that the Celtics, though, they had engaged in trade talks with him, and I just couldn't imagine that.
For Simmons?
Yes,
Oh
yeah,
wow.
Yeah, I saw that too.
but I mean, if they were giving up Jaylen Brown for Ben Simmons, I'd probably quit watching the NBA
I think
I
if
like
that
Brown's
went through. Huh?
I think Jalen Brown might be better than Ben Simmons.
Oh, for sure. I mean, at this point in time, like every time Ben Simmons gets into the playoffs, it's been the same thing every time. So it's he's very frustrating to watch,
And the
like Ricky playing golf.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is frustrating.
Yeah. I
Although Ian,
I actually saw Ricky shoot
you,
his
you saw
personal
my
best.
personal best.
So-
Yeah, you did. Good
Was
old
there for that
Portage
moment.
Hills Country Club.
Yeah, you ever
Portage
been there, Jonah?
Hills.
I have not been to Portage Hills.
Oh, you gotta
I think
go.
Ricky likes
We
it.
I think we were supposed to at one point this summer. Not me and Ricky, but we were gonna go because I'd never seen it. But
Yeah,
it's
talk
definitely
about.
on my bucket list.
You want to talk about small elevated greens? That's where you go.
Sure.
That's the place to go.
Whatever that means.
And greens that resemble the Easton Par 3. I'll just say that.
Sounds like it's in good shape.
So very long. Greens are very
Got-
slow.
Augusta National, baby.
Augusta National.
Portage, that's actually my home course. That's my home turf there.
And Dakotas.
Yeah. What a day that was.
Anyway.
I mean, golf.
It was a great day.
Golf.
You ever walk? If you walk into the, I learned that if you walk into the Ashland One Stop, with a golf polo on, you get a lot of stares. I'll just say that.
Especially if
You don't fit in.
Especially if it's lunchtime.
Then
all the
Dakota-
workers are there.
Right. All the blue collar guys getting out of work from
Go-
and Dakota fit right in because he was wearing a Leonard Skinner live concert shirt. So
No,
I
it
mean,
was Kiss.
I thought it was Leonard Skinner.
No, it was Kiss.
Oh, it was Kiss. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, I love the Ashland One Stop.
Yeah.
Great place to
Good food.
stop.
Good pizza.
Anyway, I do have a rapid fire segment.
Oh, nice. Ricky, thank
because
you.
we have a guest on. Yep. This is a recycled one, so all these questions have been heard before, but you obviously haven't prepared for it. So I'm going to start with Jonah. They're all geared to Jonah. Well, one is best memory of the soccer state championship win.
You mean besides the last goal?
I mean, yeah, sure. Because that's going to be the one, but I guess most vivid memory? I don't know. Do what you will with it.
The most vivid memory is when the other team thought they won, I'd say. And I was back there, so I got to see that the ball went off the football thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't sure they were going to call it. And I could tell we were all on the edge of feeling like we lost, but thinking the game was still going on.
So
You know what I
right
mean?
in the middle there.
So it's like when people
weird.
survive death and they can see you see the light above you.
See the afterlife right there.
Yeah, that's what we saw, and then we were that close, and then the game resumed. But yeah, I also remember I think since it tipped off our keeper Mason, so it was going to be a corner kick, and Freeport had a lot of shots on net that game, but
So you had to
I told
refocus and
I
get
told
ready.
Jacob to put the ball on the goal line and see if they'd give us a goal kick. So I
Did
tried
it?
to say no,
I can't remember. Okay, they did.
but yeah.
Imagine they did.
That would have been.
From very great officiating and getting that call right to giving a goal kick. That'd have been
Yeah,
funny.
you never know.
Can
Next.
I answer the question, Ricky?
Yeah, sure. Oh, that's right. You were there. I was not.
I was there when they scored the first goal. When they scored the first goal of the game, their first goal.
Yep.
Started the comeback.
Pretty goal.
Yeah.
Beautiful goal.
Was that the one that skipped over the goalie's head, or was that the one that
Oh,
ricocheted?
I thought you were talking about the Freeport goal.
No.
You said the first goal of the game.
No, Presque
Oh,
Isles,
yes. No, the first
comeback.
one was first. It was not pretty. Neither goal was pretty.
No.
The first one was the rebound one, right, Jonah?
First one was
Kyler.
headed. Yeah, it was headed across the middle, and then Kyler headed it, and the other guy tried to clear it out, but he cleared off the Freeport guy's back, so it went in the back of the net.
Just a little ping pong action.
Yeah.
In the 6th there.
Pinball.
Yeah.
That was your favorite memory, Ian?
Oh yeah, because I mean,
because you knew it wasn't over.
Oh yeah,
you believed.
Yeah,
Ian.
the boys were coming back, and Mr. White told me to stop because I was clapping towards people.
Jeez.
Because they were clapping at us after they scored. So I mean,
no, hey, gotta return a favor.
Yeah, exactly.
Ricky, why weren't you there?
Honestly, I was just about to say this. One of my biggest regrets of high school is not going down for those games. I had no excuse, literally no excuse. I sat on the couch and watched both, start to finish. And it's only Hampton. It wasn't friggin' Scarborough or wherever they have it the other years. It was like 2.5 hours. I should have been there, but I wasn't. On the bright side, immediately after the game, I got to edit a highlight video, so that people could have it right away.
Yeah.
I would not have been able to do that. I probably wouldn't have had the idea, and then my whole highlight video channel probably would not have been born later.
Is that?
But either way, I wish I was there.
Is that your most popular video?
So your personal benefit from us winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, my own personal gain. Yeah, because I made so much money on that.
Oh, how much did you make, Ricky?
Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Got like 2,000 views on YouTube. That doesn't bring home the cash.
Congratulations on that.
Copyrighted video, NFHS. I screen recorded. So, so next question. It's not really a rapid fire at this point, but these are good questions. So, favorite or least favorite running during a practice memory?
Okay, so Ricky, you'll like this one.
Okay,
my favorite memory of running was there was a morning practice. I think it was my junior year for soccer, and our team had ran I don't know if you guys are familiar with soccer lingo, but a 320 in soccer is just basically is a line drill, including every line. So it's 6 back, 18 back, half.
It's a suicide.
Yes. Yep. So we'd done 2 as a team, but that winter before, or the year before, I had said that Duke was going to go further than North Carolina in the
Wait, what year was this for you?
March Madness.
Yeah.
My junior year, I think.
This is 2017.
Yeah, and I think that was
that was the year they won it all.
Yeah,
Carolina won it all, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I told Coach Greaves that, and I had to run a 320, and every time I hit a line, I had to name a North Carolina player, whether it was from present or past or whatnot.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's my favorite time running.
Yeah.
My least favorite time was the day that I got back my freshman year from breaking my foot. We had to run 2 suicides or 320s back to back. And I was not in shape for that whatsoever because I just come off a broken foot.
Just gotten cleared, yeah.
But yeah, that one I remember because I felt like being sick, but I really couldn't because we had the rest of the practice to go, so gutted it out for that.
Felt like throwing up, but you didn't.
Yeah.
Those were good stories. Ian,
I believe I've already answered this question before, so I won't waste any more time.
Just go quickly. Just tell me what it was, or just remind me.
Well, I wasn't thinking about it.
Oh,
Well, you
okay.
said
Well,
you
then don't
already answered it.
then don't answer it.
Yeah, yeah. I think
So,
I've already
I
answered
mean, it
it.
was on the episode with Will that I asked these questions, but my favorite I've answered before too, but I'll just say it really quickly. JV. It was during that my junior year, those 2 or 3 weeks before we went to Florida, where I was still practicing with varsity. Varsity didn't have practice that day, but JV did, so we decided to show up for the JV practice. We're taking infield in the gym. You guys know how horrible that is. I'm over on first base because I can't play anywhere else in the infield, and I just see a chunk of ice fly from the third base area over to where second base would be. Turns out Mitchell threw threw a snowball at Jackson at Jackson Maynard, and that set off Ben Buckley, and we had to run. And then while we were running a 16, Mitchell slipped over the snowball that he had thrown. Running a 16 while busting a gut is is not easy. My least favorite, probably sixth grade year of baseball, first day of tryouts, learning what it was really like to play a real sport, and running that first 16. Not in shape at all. No exposure to real sports other than rec and like travel team stuff. So I had never had to do this before. Trying to make a team, and they're like, "We're running a 16." It's like, what's a 16? Well, you touched a lot. You won back and forth 16 times, and that was brutal the first time. So there you go. Those are my two. And the last question I have, your very earliest baseball memory.
That's a good one. My earliest baseball memory
Mm-hmm.
was probably when I was on the Cardinals in Farm League
With me, I was on that
with
team.
you,
Chris Beard.
and I'm not just saying this because we've talked about it before.
Okay.
And I remember Chris Bearden turned the best double play. I don't know what it was a rifle to third base, and he snagged it and tagged third. I think.
Dude, I remember that. Yes. Yeah. Have we talked about this before?
We might have, but
I don't. Yes. Yeah.
but that I don't know that I just remember that play for whatever reason.
That's the earliest one. You don't remember like T-ball?
Not really. I don't remember T-ball. I remember Farm League a lot.
So we actually share this memory because I was playing in Farm League, you just scatter the guys out. You scatter the kids out. They don't play real positions. I was playing like third base area, and the ball's coming right at me, and I'm just ready to catch it, and then Chris dives from his left to his right and just snags it out of the air. I don't remember him turning the double play, but I still have this vivid memory of him just absolutely extending to make this catch. But yeah, that was not my earliest. I could go back to T-ball, but Ian, do you have an earliest baseball memory?
Just hitting the ball in the yard with my dad.
That counts. Yeah, I guess that counts.
Yeah, I mean
that's a good one.
I do remember something from Little League actually. Not when I was on Buck Farms. I was on Bucks Construction. We were playing Doyens in the playoffs, and Jonah was pitching, and I think you guys won the game 1-0. I think. And
that game.
I remember
that. Yeah.
There was a runner on third, and you threw me a pitch, and I don't think I've ever seen a pitch like that good in my life. My eyes just lit up. I hit a line drive right to Jaron, and then whoever was on third was running, and then
doubled him up.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I always remember that for some reason. Probably because I wish I would have gotten a hit.
Would have tied the game.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Situational baseball, you know.
Yeah.
That was the championship, wasn't it, Ian?
No, it was the first round.
The championship was they won both games 1-0, right?
Yes, we did.
And you scored in the championship. You scored your run on a wild pitch.
No, that
pass ball.
Wait, that was in our game too. Then was it both games?
Oh, maybe. Well, maybe
it might have been.
But I just know that Chance threw like a one hitter, and Jonah threw Jonah and Jaron or whoever. I think it was Jonah threw a one hitter in the championship. I think you guys did like 3-3 or something. You split.
We did that every time. Yeah, and when it got to the playoffs, it was even though Tori would catch all year, Jaron would catch for me, and I'd catch for Jaron. I think in those last.
That's
yeah.
Great coaching, Greg Trombley, right there. It brought home back-to-back championships for Doyens, and I don't think they've won one since. So, yeah,
Man,
that concludes my rapid fire segment.
that was a good rapid fire segment, Ricky.
It was really rapid.
Yeah, we got that done quick.
I got another one on here that could be more rapid, I guess.
Well, we blew through those ones so quick, we might as well.
All right. I got actually another two, but we'll go quick. Best sports movie.
Wow, you're putting me on the spot, Ricky.
Either one of you, just say one.
I don't want to say the one that you think I'm gonna say.
I know. I'm gonna say the one I'm thinking you're gonna say.
Ian, you can go first if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna pull something on you here, Ricky, and I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna give you a show, and I'm gonna say Friday Night Lights, Ricky.
You got a weird obsession for that show.
Because it's a great show. You should watch it. It's on Netflix.
I know it is. I saw it advertised today.
It's a sign.
Yeah,
it's a great show.
All right, Jonah.
I'm gonna go with Remember the Titans.
Oh, that's a great movie.
That was my second guess as to what you were gonna say.
Yeah.
And my first guess was Moneyball, and that's what I'm gonna say. So, all those great movies.
Yes.
That's on Netflix again.
Moneyball is?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Rewatch it.
Favorite home run story.
Well, I don't have one. I have the one.
You hit one.
I never hit a home run. No, I didn't.
I thought I remember you hitting a home run at Mapleton.
I never hit a home run in my life. Besides the one in Madawaska they called back.
Oh, yeah. That was horrible. All of us were there for that one.
Into the trees. It's a home run.
Horrible.
It clearly goes in the trees. It's a ground rule.
I'd like to see the rule book there.
I'd love to see their ground rules. How is that not a home run? How is that not a play?
That was not stated in the captain's meeting at home plate. Okay,
no.
That was not.
That was ridiculous. And Ian, you probably remember the celebration of that home run too. We all went to home plate to meet him.
Yeah.
And umpire, whatever his name is, he did some Pony League games for us this year, Jonah. It was the same guy, right?
Okay, yeah. I think I know.
And he's like, he just freaked out at us. He's like, back off. Like we couldn't even come onto the field. Yeah, that was ridiculous. We played like 2.5 innings and then lightning came that day.
What a beautiful.
I also got called out I was bunting and I got called out for stepping out of the box even though I didn't step out of the box. That was a weird day.
I think you did. I think you stepped out. But...
I have video evidence that I didn't step out. My mom was recording the at bat.
Wow.
And I didn't actually step out.
So, Ricky, what's your favorite home run memory?
Oh yeah, well, this year men's league, actually my only home run.
Wow.
Off Caleb Espling, got a pitch, middle in, runner on first, middle in, just swung, and it just felt like a tennis ball off the bat, and it just went. That's all there is to it. I almost passed Jim on first base, almost passed him. That would have been the story of my life. I hit a home run, and then passed, and then I'd have been out.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what he was doing. He was just standing at first. Like, you don't tag up on that, you're halfway. But, anyway.
Jonah,
and then Ian,
you ever think about playing baseball again? Joining the league next year?
That's a good question.
I'm considering it. I'm considering joining the men's league for next year.
It's a great
time. If nobody makes me pitch, if nobody asks me to pitch and I just play wherever, I'll be fine with it.
Yeah, it's fun. Especially if you just get to hit.
It is.
I mean,
it's a childlike you feel like a child again because you just play for fun.
Yeah. Got a little chippy sometimes. I mean, a little.
Yeah, well, those are also fun, but in a different way, I guess.
Yeah,
they're not fun if you're volunteer umpiring. I'll tell you that much.
I was gonna say that.
Holy cow. Anyway, we're not gonna get into that. We've danced on the edge of that many, many times, and we're not gonna get into it. Ian, share your favorite home run story real quick.
A walk-off home run against Sag.
Mapleton days, 3-run home run walk-off.
Yeah.
Can't get much better than that.
No.
Next up, favorite dad cliche. This has nothing to do with sports, but
I'm not answering this one, Ricky.
Why?
I'm not doing it.
Favorite dad cliche. Question still stands.
Give me an example. I don't. What do you mean?
A saying that ain't going anywhere when he straps in something in the back of a truck.
What's the damage?
What's the damage? Yes. Yep. To the waiter. This is
I don't know.
this is
You've
funny.
stumped me with this question.
Well, I mean, you usually have your fair share of dad stories, Jonah, but that's okay. This next one I have is a loaded one.
You said 2 more, Ricky. It's been like 4.
Let's keep
No,
going.
2 more separate segments.
Oh.
So this one and then one more. We'll just keep this going. So the loaded question is the defining moment in each of the 4 major sports. So hockey, basketball, baseball, football. The defining moment in each of the 4. Hockey for me. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead, Ricky.
Hockey for me is Miracle on Ice. That's pretty easy. 1980 Winter Olympics to beat the Russians. Basketball. I want to say like the NC State 1983 upset when they won the championship. Jim Valvano. Baseball. Carlton Fisk's walk-off home run, Game 6, 75 World Series. And football. Man, probably like the Immaculate Reception or something, or the helmet catch, or Malcolm Butler's interception. A lot of moments like that. Those are my 4 objections, thoughts.
It's pretty good moments, Ricky.
Those are good ones.
You
Thank you.
thought about them a lot.
I tried my best to get them fast.
I'm gonna take longer than that, so if you want to skip me, you can.
Basketball is kind of iffy on. Jonah, you have any better ideas for basketball?
All right. Well, I'll go with hockey first, and I'll just say the goal. I mean, I don't know for sure. I'm not a huge hockey fan, but the goal that Bobby Orr scored where he tripped after.
Yeah, and
which
then
I've
he
seen
jumped.
the picture. Yeah,
Yep.
that one's awesome. Football. I would say just the first Patriots Super Bowl for football itself, because
Adam
then
in
it
the chair.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then or the tuck roll that
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
That was pretty iconic. Baseball. I mean, you didn't say the Red Sox winning the World Series in 2000, but the defining moment of baseball or whatnot.
Dave Roberts' stolen base. I don't know.
Probably initially when Hank Aaron passed Babe Ruth for home runs.
That's a big moment for sure.
And then
Yeah.
for basketball,
Basketball I struggle with.
well, I mean, defining moment for the league of the NBA or just for
just
me?
the sport. Like I don't know, just the moment that I don't know.
I would say when Michael Jordan scored 63 against the Celtics,
Really,
because it just like, well, let me get into my basketball rhetoric here, but but I don't before up to that point, basketball was not as like athletic and high flying and
yeah,
whatnot, but like he kind of like he's playing against the best team from one of the better teams from the 1980s era, which were the Celtics and then the Lakers too, and you got to throw the Pistons in there, and he's dominating that. I mean, they didn't win the game, but it was just a foreshadowing of what the league was going to be in the 90s.
kind of a turning point. You went,
Yeah,
you went with turning points in football and basketball too. Those are interesting. Ian, you want to share yours or no?
I don't know, man. I think there's too many moments for me to think of one for each on the spot right now.
Oh, that's all right. I will go. So I got 3 more questions total. Best announcer call of all time.
you want to go first or?
I went first last time, so no. Ian, you had a good one
I'll just
last time. I think I remember.
I could stick with it then, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's just of course it's Joe Buck. Why wouldn't it be, right, Ricky?
Oh, I was thinking. Okay,
Wait,
that's not the one I was
which one
thinking.
did I do last time?
You said Dave. I thought maybe it wasn't the one, but you mentioned it. Dave O'Brien's when David Ortiz hit a grand slam to tie it against the Tigers. David Ortiz. Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Okay. Before I do this, let's just take a moment for Jerry Remy, an absolute legend.
Yeah. Moment of silence. Thank you.
And so any moment with Jerry Remy in the booth is a legendary moment. I don't have a moment.
Jonah and I were talking about this
off my head right now, but he's really going to be missed for sure.
Here comes the pizza.
Yeah, that's
that call is up
that's
there.
That's got to be one. Yeah, but I mean, anytime he's in the booth, it's a great moment.
Yeah, that's true. He'll be missed.
But
the Joe Buck moment you were talking about, Ian?
Yeah. Ortiz in the deep right field. Back goes Sheffield. We'll see you later tonight. I just love that one.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's a good one.
Absolutely love that one.
That's up there. Mine is also Joe Buck. It is from that same, very game. Bernie Williams throw, it's the hit that tied the game. Bernie Williams throw, Bill Miller has tied it, and he said it with perfect cadence, and it just went from has tied it to just like 30 seconds of Fenway Park just erupting. Mm-hmm. And then he also had a really good one in the next game too, and I don't want to steal that one because that might be Jonas.
It's not.
Okay.
I was thinking more along the obviously I'm biased to the Red Sox ones and the Patriots
me too.
and all those, but one that's like awesome is the one what's his name? The guy for the Blue Jays, he hit the home run, and the guy I don't know exactly who called it, but touch them all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember the announcer either, but that's a big one.
Yeah, that one was awesome.
That's a huge one. Touch them all, Joe. Yep,
wow.
That's got to be up there. That could be up there for best moment in baseball too.
Yeah.
The walk off to win the World Series never happened before or since. Those are good ones. Favorite athlete growing up? Mine's easy. Jacoby Ellsbury. It'll always be that answer. So, Ian, go ahead.
David Ortiz.
Okay. Yep. I mean, it's hard not to make him your favorite if you had a player like that on your team.
Yeah.
Jonah?
I had a lot, but I would say most of the time it was Steph Curry. But I mean, towards the end, you know what I mean? Like towards the end of like when I was really getting competitive and into sports.
Mm-hmm.
But like I had taken the number 34. I think I really liked Paul Pierce too for the Celtics because they'd won the championship, and I just thought that's what I was supposed to. I was supposed to like somebody on the Celtics. But yeah. You want to know a weird one too? One of my favorite Red Sox players of all time, apparently, my parents say, was Alex Gonzalez.
Alex, he played like what?
Yeah, my favorite.
09, right? That was the only year.
Yes, but it was Alex Gonzalez. And the year before that, I think I really like Jason Bay.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Man, those are some weird ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to know who one of my favorite Red Sox players
Everybody
of all
guess
time
Alex
is?
Gonzalez. Who?
Joe Kelly.
Yeah. Okay. Can't get much more savage than Joe Kelly.
No, I love that guy. Hopefully he comes back, but who knows? I doubt it.
Favorite play, and then in parentheses, so that means with or without him. Favorite play to make in baseball. So either favorite play in baseball or your favorite play to make.
Walk-off home run.
I'm going to go with the outfield assist to home plate.
I'm going with a double play ball up the middle. Take it yourself, touch second, fire it to first.
That's nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was a good rapid fire right there. That was a good fire.
That
Those
was
are all
rapid.
those are all just plays when they happen just beautifully. It's a thing of beauty.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And that's all I got for my rapid fire.
Wow. I think that rapid fire took more than rapid.
That wraps up our rapid fire segment.
Oh,
Um,
look at you.
that takes us to trivia, right?
Sure. I don't have a question.
Okay, I got a question for both of you. And you guys can work together, or one of you can blurt it out. I don't think it'll come to you that quick, but it's a bit of a tough one. It's sticking with baseball here. Who was the first player to ever have their number retired by a single team?
Ooh.
First player to ever have their number retired.
Wow. That's a tough. You said this is baseball? Would you say?
Yep.
Okay.
MLB.
Wow. That's really tough. I don't think I'd be able to say that without a hint, honestly.
Keep in mind that numbers weren't a thing until, I think the early 1920s. They weren't a thing. So you got to have like a full career from like the start of 1920s to, you got to have a full career in there and then retire his number. And you also might have to have special circumstances surrounding it. And there's your hint.
Oh.
I mean, I have my guess, but I'm not sure. I'm not confident in it because
Alright.
it seems like an obvious one.
Ian, do you have a guess?
I have one too, but I don't. My guess isn't on this team. It's the question that must be asked: is it a New York Yankee because they hand those things out like candy?
That is true. They do hand them out like candy because they don't have a single digit number left, I don't think. Maybe they have one left, or a number in the single digits left. But they also have, the most storied franchise, so they got a lot of big players to come through.
It's true.
But yes, it is a New York Yankee.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Okay. I think I know who it is.
You guys each have your guess?
I gotta change mine.
Oh,
Mine was not a New York Yankee.
Who was it?
For whatever reason, I was thinking Jackie Robinson, but that was the only thing that came to mind.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I think I might be right, Ricky. I think I might be right with mine.
And I guess, yeah. Go ahead.
I could be wrong though.
Wait, Jonah, do you have a guess yet?
I don't have a good one. No, well, let me think. Ian,
so I want you to say them at the same time. Okay, all right.
You want me to go?
Well,
I wanted you to say them at the same time so no one could say.
Okay, well, I'll just guess a Yankees player then.
Okay.
Countdown.
Ready? On 3. 3, 2, 1.
Lou Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig.
Yep,
Nice.
that is correct. Nice job.
Nice.
And like I said, the numbers weren't really a thing until I think the 1920s, and they numbered them by what you batted in the order. Babe Ruth was 3, Lou Gehrig was 4. And they also retired his number based on like a special circumstances because he was dying of ALS. And I think it was that same speech when he said, "I'm the luckiest man on the face of the earth."
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the first number to ever be retired of baseball, Lou Gehrig. So there you go. That was my question. Anyone have any others?
That was your one question, Ricky?
That was my one. Well, I got others stocked up, I think, but that's my one. I don't usually ask more than one.
Give us another one, Ricky.
Okay. Trivia. Let me find it. Who was the only player to hit 2 grand slams in one inning?
Oh, wait, is this in the MLB? Oh,
Yep.
Wait.
The only player to hit 2 grand slams in one inning.
I have someone in mind.
I'll give you a hint, a big hint. It is the same exact name as a player who is currently a star in the MLB today.
Yeah, I was right.
Yeah, you can go ahead and say it. I think.
Fernando Tatis.
That is correct. His father hit a grand slam
No,
twice
he did.
in an inning. What?
Not his father. He did. Fernando Tatis did. Fernando Tatis Jr. did not.
Well, yeah, I know. Fernando Tatis Jr.'s father did.
Yeah.
Easy. Difficult sometimes. Twice in an inning when he was with the Cardinals.
And then
I don't think that'll ever happen again. So.
And then I think Fernando Tatis Jr. hit 2 home runs. Just 2 home runs in an inning the same night his father did, or something like that. I believe that's the only reason I know is because.
The same day of the. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that could be
Because
yeah.
As the same day he hit those grand slams.
Well, that was a tough one, but that's the only other one I have right now.
I've got one.
I'll ask one.
You go first.
Do you want to go first? We can both answer.
Is this one? Huh?
We can both answer, right?
Yeah, sounds good. Okay. Yeah, this one will throw you off a little bit because you'll think it's somebody it's not.
All right.
Who's the second leading scorer in the NBA of all time? The second leading scorer. You know who number 1 is? I'll give you number 1. Kareem.
Okay.
Can I go guess first, Ricky?
The second? Yeah, go ahead, guess.
Jerry West.
Okay.
Jerry West?
Yeah.
Nope.
He always guesses Jerry West just because he's the NBA logo. I had 2 in mind, and if Ian was gonna guess one, I would guess the other. Bill Russell, and then Wilt Chamberlain were my 2 guesses. Okay. I'm out of
Karl
guesses.
Malone.
Really?
Really?
Karl Malone.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Huh.
Yep. Not even MJ.
I would have guessed those. Yeah, those other 2 that I guessed would have been higher than him, but. Huh. Well, that was a good question. NBA not my area of expertise, but.
You guys ready for mine?
Yeah.
I apologize because you will probably not get. Okay. Here, I'll make it so you can potentially get it. Who is the 3rd all-time in NFL kick return yards?
I know. I think I know the answer.
Actually?
Yes. Yeah. Cordarrelle Patterson.
No.
Oh, really? Okay. I mean, he might be up there in touchdowns, not returns, or not yards.
Need a hint?
3rd all time in kick returns. Like, does that count as punts too?
I think it just counts as kick.
Kickoffs or punts? Just both, probably.
Ricky, does
Just
that really
kicks.
make a difference for your guess here?
Well, yeah,
I don't
it does.
think it does. Just kick returns.
I don't think it makes as big of a difference as you think.
You want a hint? Team you played for? One of the teams?
What team do you play for?
Yeah, what team do you
The
play
team
for?
you mostly played for. Cleveland Browns.
The heck?
You need the years?
Yeah.
2005 to 2012, he was on the Browns.
Who else did he play for?
The Jets. He was also on Oakland, but he didn't play a game. Both in 2013.
The Jets, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Or in 2014, he played for the Colts.
Was he a wide receiver or was he just a specialist?
Well, his position is wide receiver. He had 110 career receptions. So.
Oh, so not really much of a.
More.
Then I don't really have much of a guess. Why would you ask this?
Because it's a name you should know. Josh Cripps.
Why should I know that?
All right.
Because he's the 3rd all time in return yards.
I just thought it was a name you would have heard before, Ricky.
No, I mean it's vaguely, it's kind of foggy that I might know, but I don't know. Might be thinking of something else.
Maybe.
I had no idea.
I had no clue. Not
know.
even a guess.
I know first is Devin Hester. That's all, right? That's all that matters.
I don't think he was first. Unless the list I was looking at was invalid.
Is he just first? Is he just first for touchdowns then, not yards?
Devin Hester's 12th on yards. Cordarrelle Patterson's 11th.
Whoa, that's weird. Okay.
Unless this list is invalid.
Who's won?
Yeah.
1, we have Brian Mitchell. Played from 1990 to 2003. Washington, Philadelphia, and New York Giants.
Okay. Never heard of him. Anyway, it's all we got for trivia, probably, right?
Yeah, that's all we got for trivia.
Where does that take us to? Weekly recap, I guess.
I don't know if I have anything else. Jonah, do you have anything else? Anything you wanted to talk about?
That we did not yet.
Uh,
Well, weekly recap, Ian.
Yeah, but anything before we get into that, because once we hit the
okay.
weekly recap, we're wrapping it up.
That's
right?
it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No turning back.
trying to think. I mean, we haven't talked much about me and Ricky's experiences on the golf course.
You have some good stories there.
Do we have to?
I mean,
Question is,
not
do we
just.
have
I
to?
feel like we talk about it long enough. We'll think about some things that have happened on the golf course since we've started playing together.
Instant memory is you hit a tree with a golf cart.
Whoa! I thought you were talking
Because
about
you were looking at us. No, you weren't actually. But the joke you made right after was I was looking at this, and it was someone's story.
Yeah, I don't think we hit the tree, Ricky. I think we got close to it.
We went into the bushes there.
We got close to the
thistles.
tree.
We got yelled at by.
Yeah,
we know who it is, but
somebody who shall not be named.
No, right. We got yelled at by a guy thinking we hit into him when we really didn't, and he was on the green giving lessons. Literally on the green on the hole we were on, refusing to clear.
Ricky has heard all my irrational reasons for hitting a bad shot, or
what do you mean?
Or who I blame it on every time I hit a bad shot, or the course isn't how it should
Oh,
be.
right, yeah, Barry, namely Barry. Always Barry's fault.
I like Barry though. I like Barry.
Oh, me too. Yes.
I'll let that be said.
Yes. What else?
I mean, we've had a lot of laughs. We've had a lot of
not much else. Other things, do we get more laughs than golf? When we're in the summer, golf and rec, they coincide, but yeah.
Yeah, we haven't talked much about the rec. Rec baseball is.
Ian, you saw a couple games this summer, didn't you?
I saw one, half of one.
You saw the one. The one you saw was the worst game of the summer for us.
Yeah,
and I was only there for 15 minutes of it. Because I had just come from umping freaking rec softball at the high school. I think came down and I look out at the scoreboard and it says 11-0 in the first inning. It was in the top of the first inning.
I had food though, so.
Right, the food trucks were there and you were having a good time, but not a good showing for the team with the better coaches.
It was all coaching that day.
It's true. That's true.
It was all on me. It was on me. But what team made it further? Well,
right. Not without controversy, but we won't get into that. There might have been a time limit thing that happened in the game against the other Presque Isle team that we played in the playoffs. And we beat them in the playoffs, moved to the next round, played Seth Corsi's Valley team.
Great guy.
Lost in heartbreaking fashion in that game. Jonah and I got very hyped at one moment.
Oh.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Right? There's 1 out.
Yeah, we walked the bases loaded, or
yeah,
I think it was second and third, and we walked the next batter to create the force at home.
Yep.
And we had a home to first double play to end the inning.
Wow. To end the inning, it was insane, and it was a diving catch by the shortstop to stop it, threw it home, and then fired it to first. It was crazy.
It's beautiful.
With a guy who does not pitch that was in the game. He doesn't pitch, but he was. At that point, I thought it was our day. But
Seth and the boys had other plans.
Yeah, he did. Treated us to a great championship as well. But I guess no other golf or rec memories, because there's so many little ones that you make along the way that they just blend together and you don't think of them till later.
You don't think of them until something happens that's close to the same.
That makes you think of them.
The only other thing I'd say about the rec, and you just mentioned the championship game, was the Probably one of the better outfield assists I've ever
Oh
seen
my word!
live.
Yeah,
Just from some kid from Fort Kent
I
that
know his
was
name.
like,
It was Joel Desjardins. He played for Wisdom. Or no, I can't remember if it was Wisdom or Fort Kent soccer this past weekend. Um, he's like an eighth grader, and he was on the team. It's probably Wisdom then. Uh, Left fielder just rifled it to second,
mm.
and he's like unassuming. He's not big. Uh, Fly ball to the left, rifled it to second. We all came out of our chairs. That was insane. Yeah. Um, that's all I got.
Well, is it time
Yeah,
Yep.
let's move on. Let's move
to
on.
wrap up
Football.
a couple weeks? I would say because Jonah made an appearance in football.
Yes, he did. Finally, made his
Yes.
first appearance.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Did you have a touchdown?
I think I did.
Had to have
First,
one.
Yeah.
first touchdown of the day, I thought, for either team.
Was it?
Yeah, it might have been.
Maybe. I'm complaining about my targets though. But you know,
Was that
Well,
No,
you
that
you
77?
you have, yeah, you happened to show up for the best turnout we had ever had for football. So we'd had 6-on-6 before, but never 7-on-7.
no, it was fun though. It was
Makes for
good.
a lot of traffic, but yeah,
Umpy
that was a good
baseball?
fight. Umpy baseball team fell just short in that game, and we would fall just short the next week as well.
Down a man.
We were playing a man down. We had only 4 of us
Mhm.
playing their 5, and we went to overtime. And we choked. I choked. I blitzed on 4th down. That was a stupid mental error, giving them a free play, and they scored. And then we threw a pick on the next drive in overtime. That was it. But
Who threw the pick?
Joey Lippo,
Oh.
he kind of settled in as a quarterback because I was sucking as well early on. So
I thought you were just conveniently saying we when it was you. That's what I was.
no, it wasn't
That's what I
me.
was.
I just said we because no, I was being a good teammate there. I wasn't being a bad one. I was being a good one.
That's
But
no, shouldn't say that. Yeah.
any other details about
mean-
these games?
Frank was just unleashing the long ball this week. I mean, the long ball was just working for him. The deep ball, right, Ricky?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was working for him. If working means 4 picks by Timmy Burns. You were the only guy going deep on your team, Ian. And
Yeah, that's my
kudos to
play
Frank
style.
for trying.
It works a little
your
better
play
when
style.
Aaron's there, though. I will say that.
Aaron throws dimes.
Yeah.
Seeds, right,
Yeah,
Jonah?
Jonah, that was
Seeds.
when you were there. He was honestly having an off day. That was an off day. He was off his game.
Yeah, I mean, but like you said, we were playing full 7-on-7. It's tough when you get 6 receivers
Yeah.
So much going on.
Yeah.
with
lot of
no
options.
pennies or anything to know who's on your
Yep.
team.
Yeah.
So
I actually suggested yesterday that we get pitties because I was debating if he had a hard time understanding whose players were his own.
mm,
And that was my passive aggressive way of saying you threw 4 picks, but
Yeah.
they still won the game. So
It's always fun playing football, man. Always fun.
it's stupid. It's a stupid amount of fun because it's so simple. You
Yeah.
just go back and forth, and you throw a ball to your receivers. It's just it's great cardio, fun time, and gets a little bit cold in the winter. I'm actually surprised we played all winter last winter, but we really didn't have anything else in the world to keep us going because it was that time. There had nothing going on, nothing to do. Show up, play in 4 feet of snow on the turf and 30-mile-an-hour winds, and you just got through it because it's football. That's football.
And hopefully Saul makes an appearance again in the winter.
Yeah, poor Saul. He almost broke his ankle playing football, so
Yeah.
wouldn't blame him if he doesn't show up because we all know why. So
Because he hurt his ankle.
because he hurt his ankle,
Yeah.
his push-off foot.
Still pitched well. Still pitched well.
Not good enough.
Not-
Sorry.
yeah.
That's too soon. Too soon?
No, it
I
wasn't.
mean, I can't blame him. He went 2 complete games. Well, not
6.
He didn't finish the second one. 7 innings, and then 2 days later pitched another 6 in the championship series. That's a gutsy performance. So
Was it 2 days later? That was.
yeah, we played every other day.
Oh yeah, that's how it went. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Ricky. Wednesday
sir.
night.
Oh yeah,
You gonna make an appearance?
There's an announcement. Ian enlisted in a the Presque Isle. How do we say it? How does it? The Presque Isle Gentlemen's Hockey League
Oh yeah.
is the name of it. The Pig HL. Ian enlisted on a team.
Yeah.
And I'll be there at the Northern Maine Forum cheering him on.
Wednesday night on the Seabass.
That'll be interesting.
Seabass.
That's something I can confidently say that I'll never do in my life. Is go to the ice hockey rink and play hockey because I would embarrass myself badly.
It's so hard. I'll tell you, it's hard. I tried playing on a pond last year with just a few of us, and it's a very humbling experience getting me on skates.
Check out
That's
Ricky's TikTok if you want to see that.
Yeah, you see you see me skating for the first time since like 5th grade. Yeah.
We'll be back on the pond this winter, Ricky.
Yes, we will. Yeah.
You'll just get sauced again.
Probably. I mean, it's an inherited trait, you know? It just, you have it or you don't.
You'll get
I'm just
better.
waiting for it to click.
You'll get better.
Just waiting for it to click.
You just got to keep going to the public skate at the Northern Maine Forum.
Yeah, and just get laughed at by a bunch of little kids in hockey jackets. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hockey jackets and
I
khakis,
saw way too many kids. I saw way too many kids that I knew from the rec that were just laughing at me, just saying like sarcastically saying, "Hey, Ricky," like I'm trying to better myself here, learning to skate, and I got these 9-year-olds who think they're the center of the universe, skating circles around me. So then I took a dive as well. But
yeah, wasn't that on your last lap too?
My last lap, yeah.
You hadn't fallen all day, and we're like, all right,
I mean, it was graceful.
We'll go
Graceful.
Yeah,
but
and then he ate it.
Anyway, hockey.
Yeah.
Something I'll never do.
Looking to tally at least one goal Wednesday night, Ricky, and looking to tally a hat trick at least once. So I doubt that any of that will happen, but
you never know. You gotta set your expectations high.
I'll look for one goal on the season, and I'll be happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'll make it all worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think that's all we got.
I think that's all for me. Jonah, thanks for coming on, man. It was a good time.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
No, thank you very much, Ed.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun, and you're obviously automatically invited back for the trivia finale, which I think is next episode, right, Ian?
Is it, or do we want to do one more before we?
I guess we could do one more, you and me, but
yeah,
it's coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up soon.
And
whenever
we can get.
We're gonna start.
I'll sharpen my knowledge to get ready for it.
Yeah, you better
believe books. Frank, the defending champion, Frank is sharpening his knowledge. So
yeah, working on his golf.
Frank and Mitchell will be your competition, but Jonah. So I mean,
we'll see.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Don't sleep on Jason Dumas, I would say.
That's true. Don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on Grant. No, sleep on Grant.
Grant's not there, Ricky. Unless we're inviting him.
That's right. He's not coming back.
I think you just invited him, so might have to get Grant on the line now.
Uh-oh. He's an alternate.
If someone misses, we'll get Grant in.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of a sports podcast with Ricky and Ian and special guest Jonah Hudson. Episode 13.5 coming up on the trivia finale on this season that has been going on for 4 months now. So we're wrapping it up soon. Thank you guys for listening.